How to move your properties from your personal name to your limited company name and not pay CGT or SDLT. My name is Sarah Hayati. I make money make sense. And back by popular demand and request, I'm going to go through this with you. Now, this is not applicable to everybody, FYI, and I'm going to walk you through it. But if you've got properties in your name, you know that you are being penalized heavily on the tax front. And in fact, you have no opportunity to offset your mortgage if you have one. But either way, there are multiple benefits of moving it into your limited company, which I'm not going to cover off in this one. I'm just going to show you how to do it. And now some people charge bucks for this. I'm doing it for you for free because I value you, and I'm sure that you'll appreciate me by sharing this. Anyhow, let's do this. So there's some criteria that's really important if you want to move your personal property into limited company. If you're moving one or two, then you're going to come up against CGT and SDLT. CGT is capital gains tax, i.e. tax when you make some profit on selling an investment or an asset. And SDLT is stamp duty land tax. When you buy a property, you have to pay tax. And if it's a second property, it's hiked up. So if you've got 6+ properties, it can work for you, but you do need to speak to a tax planner, not an accountant, a proper tax specialist, because this needs to be done strategically. Otherwise, it's going to come and bite you back in the butt in a few years' time when the tax man says you didn't do that and you didn't do that. And the lawyer needs to be on side as well. This isn't illegal. This isn't a loophole. This is a thing that's possible and you can do it. So let's get started. So if you want to move a portfolio, the first thing that has to happen is it needs to be in joint names, or it needs to be a partnership with somebody, whether it's your wife, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend, as long as it's evident that it is a partnership. Needs to be about 6+ properties, because that is how you're going to be able to demonstrate that you are running a business. So you need to have something to document and log and prove that you spend enough time on this and this is your business. You're then going to need 2 years partnership tax returns. So unless you've done the partnership tax returns, then you can't move forward, and you need to wait until you've done the 2 years tax returns, because what you're going to do now is, being a partnership, you evidently show that you are running a business. And now it is natural progression for a partnership to progress into a limited company and become incorporated. So that is the next step. So if you've got the 2 years, fabulous. Now's your time to incorporate. So you incorporate is totally legitimate. Incorporation means is that you're now moving your business from a partnership into a limited company, into a corporation. So then on that basis, there's no CGT or SDLT to pay. It's quite simple, because you, the business, are evolving and you can move your assets along with it. Whereas if you do it in your personal name into a limited company, then you as an individual are selling it to another entity, and that's you selling and that's you buying. And that's why as an individual, you have to pay CGT and SDLT. I hope that makes sense. If it does, give it a share. If it doesn't, stick something in the comments below. If you think I've said something wrong, I'm happy, open to criticism. But otherwise, thank me below and I'll keep stuff like this coming.